Hi, your card is the Sun, Source, and the card that is at the bottom of this deck is Moon, Perception, and I'm gonna take it. And it's no coincidence that cards like this, which are so complementary to each other, with such pretty imagery coming out together. Look, when I look at these cards, my attention is being grabbed by these dots, these black hole kind of things. Look, it's the phases of the moon, and then there are these spots which I guess represents the planets. I haven't had the chance to sit with these cards for a little bit before I do this reading, so I'll be right back. So I have had the chance to meditate on these cards, and I am being told that I should get into the tarot reading before I reveal to you the meaning of your oracle cards, because as you have seen the cards and how complementary both of them are to each other, the sun and the moon, which life on this planet would not exist without the sun and the moon. The sun and the moon, exactly as they are and where they are, and the part they play in the grand scheme of things, actually makes life on this planet really possible. More importantly, sun and moon represents father and mother in. Sorry guys, I was feeling really uncomfortable with the cards that have come out because the energies are so strong of sun and moon and what they represent and how important this reading is, that I had to get my rose quartz globe out to cleanse the energy here. So of course I'm channeling some of you guys' energy as well, and all I could tell you at the moment is that when we feel the anxiety of going from one place to another, from one reality to another, when we are trying to shift our perception, our manifestation, our timelines, there's going to be this heat, this energy that would feel too intense for us to handle. But that is exactly the space you need to be. Somewhere I read you should think of it as your brain being in two quantum states at the same time. That means that a part of you that has always been your instinctual part of you, has always been the way that it is, exists where you have been this far. But there is a part of you, an intelligent part of you, a human part of you that wants to see the change occur, for your experiences and your circumstances to change, and it brings about this new view and a vision of the world where you need to go. So you, at the same time, when you're manifesting, when you're dreaming, you are in two states at the same time. Your brain is in two states at the same time. It is trying to believe that it would stay the way it has been so far, and it wants to believe that it can become something different than what it has been, which it cannot see. And your brain creates, it's like two realities trying to collide together and mix together and creating a spark. A heat is generated, and this heat is what we feel when we have anxiety. This is the way I perceive my anxieties. And when it comes to me, I use this energy when I'm feeling absolutely frustrated and anxious to channel it into something that is creative. And more often than not, I create such amazing things that I'm very, very proud of. And that helps me shift from this reality to another. It's like building a bridge from one reality to another, for shifting from one timeline to another when you're using this anxious energy. So before I start, I'm gonna cleanse this space. And when it comes to the sun and the moon cards, I would like to tell you that this is exactly where you are. Sun, as in Apollo, or the sun energy, creates the body, the whole universe. And when it comes to the moon part, the moon actually is the soul part of a human being, the soul in the body that gets animated by that soul, comes from the moon. And that is why when it comes to this reading, sun and moon are together, which means that both aspects of you, the metaphysical and the physical one, are coming into harmony and becoming one. And like a vehicle, you are about to shift into a new reality. And more importantly, sun and moon actually represent father and mother. Fathers and mothers have two different roles to play in a child when it comes to child care, and both of them are equally important. One of them nurtures them and the other one teaches them. And of course their genders can be very fluid when it comes to physical human forms and how we express our sexualities and our genders. But at the base of it, it has always been that the father figure and the mother figure, and how they express itself, how it expresses itself. Seven of Swords. So what I'm seeing in your reading is that you are on a verge of shifting to another reality where you are no longer what you are, but you are afraid that like every time when you try to take a step forward, all the things that are wrong with your life right now just comes forward and you just get anxious. And here is why you came across this video. It is because it's like moving from a flat to your house, or from a house to a flat. There are certain things that you can have in a house but cannot fit in the flat. But when it comes to a flat, there are certain amenities that you just cannot have in a house. There are perks to both of them, and of course some people would prefer one over the other, but it's fine. The point here is that we as a vehicle of our soul have to move from one timeline to another, and when we are doing that, we cannot bring all of it from this reality to another one, because then it wouldn't be the different reality, it would be the same reality. You would still be in the same space. The neighborhood, the people you are living with and lived with have to live here, and then you get to have new people around you, you get to have new neighbors, and there would be so many things that you just cannot do in a flat, you would be able to do in a house. And that is exactly how you need to think about reality shifting. And you are right now scared of leaving behind all those things because you're thinking, what if I don't get anything better than this? What if there is nothing that is better than this, and this is as good as it can get? And yes, we have heard that line many a times, and it has been registered on our brains pretty well. But I can see that you are at this video, and you are very much in alignment with this message, and that's why you have 3 cards. One of them is Knight of Wands. So you're gonna go full-fledged. Like obviously there is anxiety and there are so many issues that you're facing, but they are mostly mental issues, and there are so many barriers that you have created with your own brain. But you are like trampling over it and just going straight to it, because at this point you're just done with your reality. And I say that because there is 7 of Cups, and there was like 7 of Swords. So 7s are the points in your life when you get to make a decision, and sometimes life feels so hard. But remember, when it feels so hard that you just cannot live here or be here anymore, is the time when you shift. Because if it was too comfortable, if you kept choosing it, if you kept choosing the same decision over and over and over again, then your reality keeps on being the same. And when it comes to 7, you are in so much pain and so much discomfort that you need to change right away before you can settle into an 8 and then you reach your 10. And that is why there is a Knight, because you are in a process. You haven't right now become the King of Wands yet. You are Knight of Wands and you are in a process. So it is a good thing that I would like to say that where you are at the moment, this is a moving phase and you are moving in a very good pace and you are being guided, and I can see that you are very open to all the suggestions that are coming your way. Otherwise there wouldn't be moon and sun together at the same time in your reading. And most importantly, the last card is the Hermit, and Hermit is the card which okay, look at this imagery because it wouldn't make sense to you unless I show you this. Look at that guy, and some of you might think that it is from Harry Potter. It might be, I have no idea, but look at that. There is a sun in the background, then there is this white deer in the background, and then there are stars, then this guy who is lonely and alone in a jungle. When you're shifting through life, you need to think of it as a journey. When you're walking through the forest to get to from one village to another, your journey is going to be alone. No matter how many people you have with you on this journey, it is always going to feel alone and lonely because you have to use your own 2 feet and your own self to carry yourself to that place. And during the process, the journey from going from one village to another, you change. There is just this energy. When I used to live in this another country, I am telling you, I had this distinct feeling like there are just certain known stereotypes that just come in your head out of nowhere, even if you don't talk to the locals, and it's just in there somewhere because some beliefs are so deep rooted into that city that people just grab onto it even if they are foreigners. And when you're going to that city, you try to absorb all of it, and you are not necessarily leaving behind all of your past, but you cannot carry all of your house with you when you're moving to another country or another state, another city. And that is why this journey where you are going from this reality to another, you are changing a lot. And that's why when it comes to the Hermit actually does not have identity. Like, it is shedding, like the Hermit is shedding its identity when it is shifting from one timeline to another, and it will just become what it is supposed to become. It would be what you are at your core, what you were raised, the beliefs that you have been raised with from your past, and what new experiences you're going to have in the future. So this Hermit person is someone who does not have an identity at the moment. So if you feel anxious and you don't know where you're going, what you're doing, then it is fine, because this is exactly where you need to be, because this is the time when you are changing and you're creating, and that's why you are in the 7 energy. And 7s have always been thought to be very shubh. Shubh word is blissful, auspicious, right? 7s have always been 7 is a very auspicious number. So I would say that humanity has always praised when humans have always looked at evolution, and you are, my friend, evolving as a human being. And your last card is 6 of Cups. Guys, I'm excited because this reality that you're shifting into, okay, these are 2 friends, and then there is a crow, and crows usually represent that there's going to be a guest that is coming to your house. So when I'm trying to say that there is shifting realities, I'm gonna say that you're gonna meet a friend which you have met before very soon. Like, it could be that the timeline you're shifting to, you didn't fit very well with this friend of yours before because you were 2 different people, but they shifted into this reality way before you did, and now you're gonna like become friends again. And I don't know what friend it is, but obviously you are the guest in this picture because you are the one who is shifting, and this friend is gonna help you out. So this friend could be someone you have met in the past life and you have been friends, or you could be friends from this life. So thank you so much for joining me, and one last time, I'm here for you. Please leave a comment down below, subscribe, and take care. Bye.